So today is the world today is the World Mother Language Honoring Day, or the International Mother Language Day. So um, so did you have any programs today about this International Mother Language Day? No? Okay. So okay, next year, maybe next year, I will be inviting you on this International Mother Language Day, which we will be doing the recitation of the poems and some songs, and that usually takes place in my area. I mean, in my tool, what I said, twa, okay, my area. So, so today also we had that program. Okay. So, International Mother Language Day. Today we didn't learn any sentence. I mean, just it's a phrase only. Okay. Now let's go back to the Chinaka that we learned. Okay. Do you have anything to ask about the Chinaka that we learned for the past few days? Any questions? Anything that you didn't understand? Is there any?
So
otherwise,
I missed out some
what we will do
last time.
Which alphabet?
So I was absent for 2 days, okay. So I missed out I think so, some alphabets.
Yeah. Okay, that we will manage the time. Maybe this Friday. Okay, this Friday we will manage the time, and I will let you know. And we'll be here a little earlier, and then we will start the class. Okay. For those who missed the class. Okay. So now let's learn if you have understood all these things about the China Aka with the single stroke touching at the mo, then let's start the other. Now, what we are going to do is now we are going to add this is ko. Now we are going to add this yo in ko. Okay, this yo in ko. So here ko has the la and yo is the 2 lines touching at the mo, this letter. So as I said before, in Nepal Lipi, the letters should be written from top to down, and not from right to left when you are combining the letters. So now if you are going to write this, then how would you do it? This is ko and this is yo. This is yo. So is this the way you do it? Do you think this is the right way? Any guess? I mean, just say if it is okay for you, okay. Otherwise, you can deny it if okay. It is not.
Not okay.
Not okay. Not okay. Yes. Why not okay? No, but why not okay? We have already joined this mutufa, the yo, the mutufa of yo also here. Then why it is not okay?
There are 2 lines touching the mo in yo, but in this, the first line is black, like it doesn't have a cover.
Yes, correct. So here we have 2 lines touching at the mo. So this is the incorrect form of writing. So what is the correct form then? So first, as usual, we write the ko, but not the la, just the beginning part of ko. And at the mutupa of this ko, we join the first line. we join the first line. So from here, the mutupa lies here. Now, what we do next is we draw this second line from the top of the line. This is ko. This is kyo. We are going to write kyo. So since it has the ha, so what we do is, as I said in the single line touching at the more letters also, la always covers the letter that comes at the bottom, okay? So this is why you just give la to cover this, and this is kyo. A little more complicated, but it's very interesting in Nepal Lipi. Very interesting things in Nepal Lipi to learn this thing. So this is kyo. Any confusion? Any confusion? Jivan sir, Jivan Bhaye, you are thinking. So do you have any questions?
No, is the format same for every two line to two
Yes.
touching? Okay.
Yes, yes. It is same for all the letters that has two lines touching at the moment. Very simple.
Sure.
All you need to understand, Subha, all you need to understand is the rule. Just follow the rule, and it is very simple. So why I first use this yo letter, because this kind of sound, the kyo, kyo, gyo, gyo, nyo, these sounds are very spoken in Nepalbhasa. That's why. We do not have other sounds. Yes, we do have, but not more words with the other, this other two lines touching at the more letters, combining with the other letters, okay? But mostly, this sound comes most with the yo added to this ko or the ba ka. The wo and yo is regarded, they are both regarded as the semi vowel sound. That's why wo and yo, those added to the consonant letters are used very much in Nepalbhasa. Like ko, ko, go, ko, each word has the meaning. Maybe some of them, but almost all has the meaning. Similarly, kya, kya, gya, kya. So this also has the meaning. So now you know how to write this kya. Once again, let me write it. This is the front part of ka, and mutupa of ka lies here. So that's why you draw this first line of ka, first line of ya here, ya, and then you draw the other line of ya, that is the second line from the top of your copy line to the bottom. And after completing writing of the all letters, then you check it whether it is completed or not. From the bottom, yo is completed and ko is remaining. So that's why we give la. So keep it in your mind that give la always to cover the bottom letter. So this covers the bottom letter. What some people do is, some people do like this. They write yo and then give la here. This is the incorrect. This is incorrect writing, okay? So this is how you write. Now, similarly, if I write kha, plus ya, so this also follows the same rule. That means first you write kha. A kha is complete letter you will be writing, because kha doesn't have la or any other thing that is needed to be written afterwards. So first you need to write kha completely. And the mutupa of kha lies here. And then from here, what you do is you give ya. and give this line from top to bottom, the other line, and give more. And this is cha. This is cha. Okay, any confusion here? Anything? The mutupa of kha is here. So here, from here, you draw this and bring it down. And this is cha. This is cha.
Sir,
Yes.
if the root letter doesn't have more, then we don't write the more, right, sir? If the
Yes.
okay.
We don't write the more. Yes, it comes. Don't worry. It is coming. So the next letter is mo maduga akha, right? That comes. The next letter is mo maduga akha. So this is ga. This is mo maduga akha, and this is ya. The mo maduga akha. So as I said before, when the mo maduga akha comes first, that means in which the other letters come to join. That is the first letter. So first you write ga. Now the mutupa of ga lies here. Okay. When you write gu, the mutupa lies here. So from here, what you do, you write ya. And now the ga is the mo maduga akha and ya is the mo duga akha. But ga came at the beginning, so that's why we cannot give more here. We are not allowed to give more here. So that's why what we do is we give again a jani.
Jani.
Jani, yes. This known as jani, as I said before, this is known as jani. So jani is bind, because jani is to bind, right? Zo means the back, and ni means the heel. So that thing that heals the back pain is jani. So it is known as patuka in Nepali. In Nepalbhasa, it is jani. Zon ni. Zon ni. It heals the back pain. Okay. So this is how it is written. And again, now if you follow the same rule, you can add all the 2 lines touching at the more letters too. So what we do is first we write ka completely, and since we are writing these 2 letters in the single line, we are not using the double line, so the letters become smaller and smaller and smaller. If there are more letters, then because we need to feel that those all letters in a single line, right? We can go a little bit beyond the line, but not too much. That means you can't use 2 lines for the combined letters. When you write something, the first letter is let's say the first letter is the single letter and it is in a single line, and other letters are the combined letters. Then you use the 2 lines, and then again back to if the third letter is the single line, then again back a single letter, then again back to the single line. And that's not how you do. Okay, so all you need to do is every letter should be within the line. All you need to do is divide this line into parts. It may require 5 lines, it may require 6 lines, or it may require 3 lines. So all you need to do is divide this, and let's say here is ka, here is ka, here is ga. Sorry, ga is written like this, ga, and here is ka. There, sorry, there is ka. So this is how it is written. But everything should term in the line. Okay. So similarly, kha, the mutupa of kha lies here, and then give this and give mo, because it is the mo duga akha, the akha having mo. That's why we write kya. And nyo, sorry, ngo, ngo, it's ya and okay. So up to here, is it clear, or is there any confusion?
Sir, can you check one word for me?
Yes.
I wrote Shrestha.
You wrote Srestha. Okay. Then show me.
This one.
It is just opposite. I mean, what you do is, so what you did, in, when you say Srestha, Srestha, what comes first? I'm deleting this, okay? I'm erasing this. So when you say Srestha, what comes first? Is it this comes first or this comes first? Which comes first?
Sure.
Sure.
This comes first, right? So that's why you need to write this letter first. This letter first, okay?
Okay.
And then tha is the mutupa of sha lies here. So from here, what you do is, and since the sha is the beginning letter and it has the mo, that's why we give mo. So if it is just opposite, then how would you write? This is the mo maduga akha, and from here, this is written, okay? If this is opposite, okay? If this comes first and if this comes second, what I mean is, so now what you do, since this is the beginning letter is mo maduga akha, and sha is written like this, and it is to show that this belongs to this letter, so that's why we give zani. So this is how it is written. If this is opposite, but usually this word, this doesn't exist, right? The sound of this. So this is how it goes.
So can you write the full word Shrestha? It has also in it, right?
Yeah, sorry, wait. Okay. Yes, Anuruddh Basu.
Sir, can we do full Shrestha word? Because it has
Yes,
in it
yes,
also.
yes. Yeah. So first, let us know what are the letters are there in Srestha. Okay. It has Sa. It has Ra. And Ra, this is given the Ekar. I mean, this is the Ekar sound. Okay, let me write Ekar. Sre, when you pronounce Sre, it has the Ekar sound, and Shtha, Shtha. So it has Shra and then Tha. Okay. So first, what you do is, this is Shra. The mutupa of Shra lies here. So you draw another line from here, and this is Ra. Shra. This is Shra. Okay. So since now we need to give the Ekar here, when you write in Devanagari, so what you do is, this is the Sha and this is Ra, okay? And when you write Re, you usually give Re here. So this is the letter in Devanagari actually, but this Sha is written like this. This Sha is written like this. With this Sha is written like this, and this is Ra is added here. and the ekar lies here. So this is how it is written. So if you have a look here, so it is quite similar to this letter. It is quite similar to these letters. If you see here, if we add, if we write like this, so, and we delete this part, then it is so in Devanagari also. So that's why the Srestha in Devanagari is actually the Sha that uses in Devanagari Srestha is from the Nepal Lipi, we can say. Because otherwise, the Sha that pronounce the same sound here is written like this in Devanagari. But when writing, it is when we add Ra to this letter, then we write like a Nepal Lipi. So it is very similar to Nepal Lipi. And so this is Sra. And since we have the Mo Madugo Akha in the beginning, so that's why we give Ekar, not the Pata or the Gala, Betali, but what we do is we give Gala. This is Shre, and this is Tha and Srestha. Is it understood now? So, okay, let me erase this. So we have come to know that when these two lines touching at the Mo letters combine with the single line touching letters, or the letters having La or the Mo Madugo Akha, then how it is written. Okay, so let's do some with others Ba also. This is Tsa, and if we add Tsa, Yo to Tsa, then first we write Tsa, and then we write Yo from here, the Mutupa, and then we write Cho. This is Cho. And similarly, Cho, this is Cha. Okay, I need to write the Yo also, but so what we do is first we write Cha. Since Cha has no La, or it is the single letter without any La or any other component. So what we do is, now the Mutupa lies here. So from here we write Cha. Now, if you can write to me the Ja. Can you write Ja? I want to see how you write. The Ja and Yo. The Ja and the Yo. Okay, you try it. Oh, Kripa Meju, too quicker. It's not correct, Kripa Meju. Why is it? Yes, Jivan Basu correct. Jivan Basu correct. Yes, others. Nandita Meju. And Kripa Meju, still it is not correct. Still it is not correct. Nandita Meju, can you show me? Yeah, okay. Your Nandita Meju, it is also not correct. Nandita Meju, not correct. Anurup Bhajo, it is also not correct. It just looked like the same way the Nandita Mezi wrote. So it is also not correct. Just remember, okay, just remember, Vijay Bhajo showed me. Let me, Vijay Bhajo, you tried it, but it's not correct yet. It's not correct yet. Okay. Arya Mejo, you are 50% correct, but there is still some remaining that you need to write. Have a look at that. What is that? Yes, Resam sir, Resam Bhajo is correct. And who remains? Kumar Bhajo. Okay, let me do it. Okay. Okay, let me explain and do it. Okay. So this is jaw. Okay. First, let's remember how the jaw is written when we write ju, how it is written. So when we write ju, it is written like this. Okay. So where is the mutupa of jaw? The mutupa of jaw lies here. Okay. And what is this? What is this part? This is the la. So when you are going to add any letter to the jaw, what you first do is write the beginning part only. Beginning part only, but this time, as you are going to add another letter in jaw, so when you write ju, you just give the ukar from here. So similar way, what you do is you don't write this kind of way completely and then add another another first line of another letter. But what you do is from here you write the another letter. Okay, this is how you write. So this is the beginning part of ya, while this is the mutupa of ja. The mutupa of ja and the beginning part of ya combines, and then the ya is written. First, the ya is written, and to write ya completely, what we need to do is add a line from bottom to from top to bottom. Okay, from top to bottom, and now what is remaining is the writing of the la of ja. So what we do is now, and what the la does, it covers the bottom letter. So just give this shape a little longer this time, and then covers this, and then give this. Okay, so this is ja. This is ja. So Arya ma'am just did this actually. That's why I say 50%. You forget to mention the la. Yes, you forget to mention the la. This. Since the la now this time goes a little beyond the bottom letter, that's why it becomes a little more longer. Otherwise, it has the same angle. I mean, it has the same length. Okay, but this time it has the more angle because we have something in between here, and the la needs to cover. And what we do is the space between here and the here to make almost same size. Okay, I mean, you never write like this. This is jaw, and you write like this. This is also jaw, but it doesn't look good. Or neither you write like this. This is jaw, and you. So make sure this space and this space would be the same, about the same size, same having the same space. Okay. So this is how you make the writing beautiful. So jaw is when yaw is added to jaw, the jaw is this now letter pronounced as jaw. Jaw. So it is written like this. And the jaw is the other letter that has the two lines touching at the mo. The first letter, it is very similar to the kha, because kha is also having the two lines touching at the mo. So this is how you write. So you add your here. Okay. So first you write cha, the small one. Now you need to write it within this copy line. So you cannot go too big. Okay. So what you do is cha, and then you add your from here because the mutufa of cha lies here. And since cha is the mo duga akha, that's why we add mo, and it is complete. Is it understood now? Is it understood? Okay. So cha cha ja cha. Now we have this letter, the one and only peculiar letter in Nepal Lipi, which has the two characters, not having mo, the mo maduga akha, as well as the la duga akha. So how would you write it? Please show me. How would you write it? Oh, Jeevan sir, too quick. Okay, Resam sir is also too quick. Yeah, Resam sir is fine, and Jeevan sir is also fine. Yes, but there is something. Okay, that I will say after some time. Let me see of the others also. It is correct, but need a little correction. No. Little of Kripa, little of, yes. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. Arya ma'am also, Arya Major is also correct. And yes, Anurup Bhazu is also correct. Yeah, Anurup Bhazu is also correct. Okay. And what about the Nandita Mezu and Kumar Bhazu? Oh, Vijay Bhazu is also Vijay Bhazu, slightly need correction. Okay, slight correction needed. Okay. Yeah, Nandita Mezu. Now write the la.
The la will come out of that line from that your this line
yes,
is
yes.
there.
La is to cover the bottom letter.
Okay.
La is to cover the bottom letter.
Something like this.
Okay, let me. It is like the Kumar sir just shown. It is like the Kumar Bhazu just shown. So yes, all of you did is correct. I mean, so have a look here. First, what you do is first you need to write this part, correct? Since though it is also written like the shape of jaw, the below shape of jaw, but we never give the ukar like the ju in this letter. You give ukar here. So that's why we add the other letter here. the mutufa is here. So what we do is we add yo. Okay, we add yo here. Now we draw a line. And since this is the mo maduga akha, okay, so Anurup Bhazu and Anurup Bhazu or Jivan Bhazu. Jivan Bhazu and the other, one other has did this first, what they did is they, covering the ha and then give this zani, right? Yeah, it is also correct. I don't say it is not correct, but what is important is since this is also the same thing and this is also the same thing, since this la comes out from here, so that's why we only need a single line here. We don't need to write the two lines. But if you write two lines, it is also correct. But what you do is, yeah, and then draw a straight line here, and from here you give la. Okay, so this is how it is written. And Bijay Bhazu did some, what he did mistake is, he did like this. He did like this. So what I mean is, this is somehow incorrect. It is not the shape of jaw. You need to be a little longer here. And from here only you can use this. You can write the yaw. Okay, Bijay Bhazu, is it clear?
So how do we pronounce this letter?
This is nya. Nya. It is very similar to this without yo sound. This is also pronounced as nya, and when yo is added, it is also kind of the same pronoun nya. Nya.
Is it used somewhere in the language?
Yes, yes, we do use it. Like nya. Nya means 5. Nya. So when we take a walk, nya shivana. So this is how we use. But instead of writing this letter in our present context, okay, in our present context, instead of writing this letter, because this letter was previously assumed as the not a Nepalbhasa language letter, but the grammarian and the linguists have decided that no, this is the language, this is the letter that we are using. So these days, what we do is writing this sound, adding no. We sound and adding no, like this. Nya.
No.
Nya. Nya means 5. But when it is not nya, so this and this is different way to pronounce. So if you add akar here and then you give jani, so this is and this is, this sound is different actually. This sound is different. So when you put no and add ya, then you pronounce it nya by hitting your tongue at the just a little above your teeth. Okay, nya, 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 nya. But when you pronounce this sound, it is somehow I don't know how to say it, but you stick your tongue at the upper part of your mouth. Nya, 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 nya. You go and how would I say? This is your upper part of your mouth. Okay, this is your upper part now. Then what you do is you just bring your tongue here and just hit here, nya, nya, nya. But this nya is, this is your teeth. Assume that here is your teeth. So when you pronounce this nya, you hit here, your tongue, nya, nya and nya, nya, nya and nya, nya and nya. Nya and nya.
So which one is 5 and which one is walking then?
No. That's what I'm saying. Actually, it should be written like this. Okay, but these days we have been using this nya writing form, because if you go, if you see the text in Nepal Bhasha books and in others, you find this letter only, not this, because this has been using, or this has been practiced for so many years, but the sound is this. This is the different. This is the only thing that is somehow a little different in Nepal Bhasha, actually. Otherwise, we have the, yes, we do pronounce this sound, and we can write this sound also, but since we have been writing this this way for the many years, so it needs a time to change this into this, because people are not agreed that to change this from this. Okay, so we need a little time. Though we have been doing that, and we have been writing nya instead of writing this to this. But people complain that, why did you write this nya? Why didn't you write this nya? So it is a little hard to accept these things. But now what I mean is, now you find the different of this sound, right? So did you try nya? This is your tongue, nya, and this is your and here is your teeth, and this is the place. Nya, 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 nya. Okay. So as I said, so when you write nya, then all you need to do is, since this is the mo maduga akha that comes in the beginning, so you need to give the jani to the other line of the bottom letter, and then give the lha. Okay, so lha is always written after the bottom letter. So this is how you write. So, and if you want to give akar to this letter, now you can do this. The similar way you did for the, when you add wo to the letter, ra to the letter, ba, so similar way you can give the nyo, nya, nyu, nyu, nye, nye, nyo, nyo. Similar way, the modugu to how you give the modugu akha, the ukar, ekar, aikar. So similar way you can do it. Okay. Cha, cha, ja, cha, nya, nya, and now cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, and tya, tya, dya, tya, or ta, tha, da, tha. So that you can do it, I think. This is tya. The mutfa of ta lies here. So first we write ta completely, and then they add the mutfa, then we write like this. Similarly, ta. This is tha. The mutfa of tha lies here. So from here, tha. And since this is the mo maduga akha, that's why we add jani. Tha. And da. And the mutfa lies here. So this is the moduga akha. That's why we give mo. And tya also. Tya. So mutfa lies here. Tya, 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 tya. And nya. This is the nya, and the mutfa lies here and here. And since this is the mo maduga akha, then we add zani here. And similarly, ta. This is ta. The mutfa of ta lies here, and from here, what we do is write tya. Tya. Similarly, tya is written like this. The mutufa lies here, and from here we write ya. And this time also, since this is the mo maduga akha, that's why we give zani. And since this seems the two lines touching at the mo letter, right? This tha is, but always keep it in your mind that this tha is the single line touching at the mo letter. It is regarded the mo maduga akha, all those mo maduga akha, though it likes two lines touching at the mo, like dha, sha, or even a ga. It seems it is two lines touching at the mo letters, though it doesn't have mo, but it is not. However, it is not, but it is regarded as the single line touching at the mo letter. So whenever we add to this letter or to this letter, or this letter is added to the other letter, so it shows the character of single line touching at the mo letter. And one more thing, when you add the two lines touching at the mo letter to these letters in mo maduga akha, so here you see this space, right? This tha. So don't give jani here. Just leave it as it is. All you need to give jani in the other letter only, the letter that comes to combine with. Okay. So people might get confused in these two letters actually, because
Sir, Neo should also come in the list, no?
this
Yes.
is also mo maduga akha, yes.
So this should also come
So-
in this list of tha.
Yeah, here it is ta, tha, da, tha, ra. So this is, and then again another ta, that the ta that hits the at your at your teeth. Okay, ta, tha, and now let me write the the added sound, the your added da. So you write da like this, and then this is dia, dia. The dia, tia, dia, and dia. First you write tha, the mutupa is here, and then you, from here you write ya, and give more, jani to this part only. So many people get confused, especially in these two letters, tha and tha, because they think that this is also the a line touching at the mo, so that's why they usually draw a jani here also. But don't draw jani in that letter, okay? Just leave it alone. But you need to write jani in the other letter, that is the bottom letter. The tha, nyo. Now nyo. This is nyo. The no is here, and the mutupa of no lies here, and then from here, nyo. Nyo. And now show me how to write no with added yo. Now show me how to write no with added yo. Too quick. Yes, Present Bhazu, too quick. Yes, correct. Correct, sir. Correct, sir. But a little correction is needed in hop portion. At the beginning, it should be a little more angled, not a straight line down. It looks like somehow you wrote the straight line down, but it is not. Okay, let me have a look first of Anurup Bhazu. Yes, Anurup Bhazu, you are also correct. All you need to do a little correction in your, though it is, you have written correctly, but your doesn't look good your. I mean, the writing only. Yeah, it is your, I can understand. The similar things is applied to our Kripa Mezu also. And Nandita Mezu, you are also correct. But all you need to do is more also. The more, please give the more. I mean the dika at the letter. Nandita Mezu, you are also correct. All you need to do is give more. Okay. And yeah, otherwise it's all correct. Okay. And the Jivan Bhazu is also correct. Yes, correct. And Kumar Bhazu, yes, Kumar Bhazu, you are also fine. But why did you go a little towards the right side? You should draw it from the just below the no. Don't go inside. I mean towards the right, the beginning part of your straight down, straight down. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Nandita Mezu. Yes, that's what I mean. Jivan Bhazu and Jivan Bhazu. A little bit correction. The second line of your should come from the beginning. I mean at the more, from the more. Yes, Arya Mezu, you are also correct. Jivan Bhazu. The second line of your should come from the more. Have a look at what you wrote. Sorry, not Jivan Bhazu, Vijay Bhazu. I mean Vijay Bhazu. The second line of the year, please write the second line of the year from the top line of your copy line. So what I mean to Kumar Bhazu is, so whenever, yes, whenever we add your this thing to the any letter, though it is somehow slightly curved, when we write your, it is somehow slightly curved. So what we do is when we write something, let's say this is any letter, and this is the mutupa of any letter. So when you join here, you don't need to go like this and then write like this. You don't need to go like this. So what you can do is just, this is the mutupa of any letter, and from here you just do it like this, and then give the line from the, this is how you do it. Okay. So I see that when the Vijay Kumar sir, I think Kumar sir has joined the yo in no, what he did is he wrote it like this. I don't say this is not correct. This is also correct, but usually what we do practice in writing is we usually write it like this, no, and from here we just give like this. So, and so this is the no, ha is also here. So what you do is first you write this part, and from as I said, this is the no added to ho, right? Or ho added to no. Whether it is ho added to no or no added to ho, it is always written like this. I told you before also, ho is the only letter wherever it comes first or whether it comes after, but it usually, the other letters usually come at the bottom, whatever the letter is. So similar way, so ho, the mutufa of ho lies here. So from here, what we do is we write no, okay? And then the mutufa of no lies here. And from here, what we do, we add yo, is like this. And then what we do to complete your writing of yo is we draw a line from here to bottom, okay? And then we check whether all those letters are completely written or not. So yo, check it from the below. Yo is completely written, it's okay. No is completely written, it's also okay. Now the remaining is ho, and that has the ha. So that's why what we do is we now need to cover all the bottom letters of the no, ha, of the ha. So then we give this more here, and this is nyo. This is nyo. Okay, this is nyo. So all of you did these things correctly. A slightly needed correction to the Nandita Meju, because she didn't. Who Nandita Meju or who? Nandita Meju did correct, yes, but she didn't give the more, and that's why I asked her to give more. And others, one just wrote it like this. So I asked to write like from here. So this is how you write. Okay.
So I practiced couple of words. Can you check once?
If are you practicing a couple of words or?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will check that. Okay. Have you wrote the thing words?
I picked up a random book and not.
Okay. Say me the word, and are you going to write it yourself or you need to write me?
Sir, I wrote it myself. I just want you to check it.
Okay.
So,
So what are the words? What are the words?
since I don't know not many Nepalbhasa words, I use English.
Okay. Anyway, it's okay. Okay.
So
Please say the
words are social research update. So I wrote it like this.
let me have a look. Update. Yes. Did you put the betali in pa?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because it is not quite. I mean, not easily visible here. I mean, in the camera. So yes, now it is social. So you give gala in sha.
Gala.
Social. You give
Yes.
what you do.
Yes.
Gala in sha,
Or
right?
to make into a.
No. I mean,
Sorry to.
Can you bring a little more closer to the camera? The only social word only. A little towards your left side. I need little towards your left side. Yeah. No, I cannot see. It is going down. I mean, towards the left. Your left. Your left.
1 second.
This is update. Yeah, it's correct. And the research is also correct. Research somehow is it's a little bit different. Okay, now let me have a look at the social research. No, I can't see it clearly. Social. Yes, yes, but I can't see it now. Okay. Oh, social. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, let me write it now. Okay. So you wrote like this. This is how you wrote social, right? Social,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
social, social,
Social.
social. So the long pronunciation in sha,
Yes, sir.
right? And yes, this is correct. This is correct. Okay. And in research, so you wrote like this. Research. So if I am to see this word in Nepalbhasa, then I should say this is the correct form of writing research. But if I go beyond Nepalbhasa, I mean, if I see this word from the view of Hindi or a Nepali, so the research is somehow written like this.
But that doesn't exist in Nepal Lipi, no? What does
No,
it?
no. What
Then
no, actually what our Nepal Lipi does is it has the option for writing in both ways when raw is added to any letters. It has an option of writing the both ways because like I said, if this word we are to make for the Nepal Bhasha, let's say we do not have word research or the meaning of research in Nepal Bhasha. We do not have such word in Nepal Bhasha. So we need to borrow the word from the other language. Let's say, okay. So we need to borrow the word from the other language and we need to convert it into Newa way of writing and speaking. Then we will be using like this, research. But what we do is, actually this word is from the other language. That's why how it is written in the other language. So we follow the same rule. And when we say the research, though it is the English word, it has been used in Nepali and in Hindi like this, right? So that's why in Nepal Bhasha also it is writing like this. So that's why we can have two options. Either you write this is also correct, or write this is also correct. Okay.
so why is
And
Nepal Bhasha so accommodating?
hmm?
It keeps accommodating different languages so much.
No, there are some words, or there are many words that we do not have in our language. I mean, the proper word of to express the meaning. So what we need to do is borrow those words from the other language also. And in Nepal Bhasha, as our business sir has somehow mentioned in our orientation class, that in Nepal Bhasha there are so many Sanskrit words also. So to write these Sanskrit words, if it has been converted into Nepal Bhasha, then we can write it the way the Newa people speaks and the way the Newa people writes, okay, in Nepal Lipi. But if it is still as of this Sanskrit word, just written and pronounced as of this Sanskrit word, then it is written also in the same way how the Sanskrit word, how in the Sanskrit word it is written. So this is the somehow different. Okay. So we will come to this also. Don't worry. Now, this is also correct. And now the one more thing. research, update. You said update, right? And you wrote it like this. This is pa and this is da, and you. And what ta did you wrote? This another ta, I think. This one, okay?
Yes.
This one. So in general, this is okay because it has been used, this da and ta, mostly in for the English da, English D and T. This letter is used mostly in Hindi and in Nepali, right? Is it correct? Am I saying correct? Mostly. So, but in Nepalbhasa, some of the linguists in Nepalbhasa says that the da and ta in English, the D and T in English, when it is pronounced the D or the T, then it has the same hitting spot at the mouth where the Nepalbhasa ta and da is pronounced. So that's why the Nepalbhasa doesn't have this ta. Since Nepalbhasa doesn't have this ta and this da, so what some linguists say is that instead of writing this ta and da, the what you say, the move your tongue a little, twisted your tongue a little more to the top of your mouth, and then say ta, da, ta, da. Instead of pronouncing this ta and da, what you should do is, it is not the correct way of pronouncing this ta and da to this da and ta of English. But this sound, this ta and da, when it is pronounced, the English people also pronounce at the same place. That is just little above your teeth. Ta and da. Ta and da. They said that, the linguist people said that. So that's why some people write like this, because it is influenced from the writing in Hindi or Nepali, the da and ta, because they writes the da and d and t of the English too like this. But in Nepal Bhasha, we usually write update, update, update. It's not pronounced update, update. Because to pronounce update, you need to twist your tongue and move your tongue more towards the upper part of your mouth, right? So this is the difference. But as I said, we have been very much influenced by the Nepali language and the Hindi language. Most of the people usually write like this. If they need to write the da and d and t of the English word, they use this letter. And that's why the linguist also says that the da and ta are the are the letters to use the writing in the other words.
So this whole line ta, tha, da, dha are borrowed letters, correct?
Yes, this line. This.
Thula, sir.
Thula. Okay, so this is you wrote it correctly. Now I'm proud that now you people can read and write Nepal Lipi correctly now. So now let's move to the your adding letter. So where we were? No. Okay. No. And now tha tha da dha na na and now pa. So pa is written like this. And since these both letters are the mo duga aka, so the mutufa of pa lies here, then you will write yo like this. And it's pure, pure and pure pa. This is pa. The mutufa of pa lies here. And this is pure, pure, pure. This is bya. Mutufa of ba lies here. This is bya, 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 and bya. So, like we said, we discussed on Friday also, we discussed about the bha. So when bha is the, it has the character of when it comes at the beginning and when it comes at the end. I mean, when it comes at the bottom as of the bottom letter and when it comes at the upper letter. So it depends on. So here the bha comes first, right? Bha plus ya. So here what is happening is bha comes first. So when we write bhu, how we write it? We write bhu like this. The bhu is one of the four letters that is written in this way. The ukar is written in this way. That is gu, tu, bhu, and shu. And all others have the writing it from the backward, I mean. So now the mutufa lies here. That's why when we need to write bhya, then what we do is first we write bha like this, and the mutufa lies here, and from here we write ya here, and it is written, and this is bhya. This is bhya. It is not the way you write like this, I mean. It is not the way of writing bhya. Okay? This is how you write bhya. Now pya, pya, bhya, pya, and mya. Ma is also two lines touching at the mo letter. So mutufa of ma lies here, and from here you write this, and this is mya. Mya. This is mya. And you know how to write ma. Now write mya. Please try to write mya. Add ya. Now write mya. Show me. Oh, Resham sir already completed. It's mya, mya. Oh, yes, correct. Mya, mya, it's correct. Okay. And so others also, please try it. Okay, Kripa Mejo, you are also correct. But your is not look good, doesn't look good. Slightly, please make it beautiful. Arya Meju, are you also showing me? Okay, try it, okay. Nandita Meju, yes. Yes, ma'am. Meju, it's correct. It's correct, Meju. Nandita Meju is also correct. Oh, Vijay Bhaju still did correction at the yo and the la. Vijay Bhaju, yo and la is not correct. I mean, the second line of yo should come at the beginning of the line. Second line of yo. should be written from the beginning of the line, and then the la covers the yo. Yes, Kumar Bhaju, it is correct. Kumar Bhaju is also correct, and the Anurup Bhaju, yes, it is correct, but your yo is also need correction. I mean, in writing way, I mean, it's not look good. The yo, the shape of yo is not look good. Okay, let me write it again. So when we add yo to this letter, now it has 3 letters to be added, right? I mean, 3 letters to be combined. So let's divide our line into 3 parts. Okay, it is not equally shaped, but so first what we do is first we write the ha. Then the mutupa of ha lies here, and from here we write mo. Okay. And when we write mo, we need to write mo completely because mo doesn't have any ha or any other things that is the other component. So it is a complete letter. So that's why what we do is we draw a line from here to mo. And the mutupa of mo lies here, and from here we write yo. And similarly, as we wrote the second line of the mo from the upper line of your copy line, similarly we do it for the mo yo also. Now it has the 3 lines at the mo. It has the 3 lines at the mo, if you check it. So now yo is also completely written, mo is also completely written, and now the remaining is the ha of ha. So as I said, the ha should cover the letters below. So it should cover the mo, it should cover the yo. So that's why we draw like this. And this is no. This is no. This is no. This is no. So is it busy, sir? Will the mistake here? I mean, the second line of your and then ah. So this is how it is. Okay. And papa baba ma, and yo, and yo is added to yo, it's in yo, the multiple of your lies here, and then in yo, double yo, and then the raw. So as I said before, the raw has the 2 options. You can write either raw and then give your, or you can write your completely and then give this red, this red. So this is how it is. For the, if raw comes first, it can be written in 2 different ways. Like I said a little while ago about the research. Okay? It's just so actually you may be wondering, but it is true that we do not have the raw sound words, the words that has the starting sound raw in Nepal Bhasha. we do not have the word that has the raw at the beginning. So whenever we play the Antakshari, the singing that you know, the way of singing, the first one sings, and where he leaves the last letter, then the other one starts from the last letter. So you know how to play Antakshari. But in Nepalbhasa, we just get confused, or we do not have words starting from Ra. So we have only 2 or 3 songs that has starting with Ra, and those words are also not the Nepalbhasa word. I mean, it's only the name or something like that. Otherwise, we do not have word that has the letter starting with Ra. So only the Rajamati Kumati song and the Rajamati Wa Matina Yawa, and another one that I know is Re Wanachala. Only those 3 songs that I know, can be sung in Antakshari. Otherwise, there is no word starting with Ra in Nepalese. So that's why here also the Ra comes first. So it can be written, if it is in the way of Newa writing, it can be written like this, or if it is of the other word, then it can be written like this. Let's say if you say Surya, Surya can be written like this or written like this, but mostly we see that in Nepali or in Hindi, Surya is written like this, right? The red at the top of your. So it is also written this way in Nepal Bhasha. So, and Ra, but Ra has the different thing. Because in Ra, what happens is the first letter is Ra. So that's why we do not give red or red in Ra. So this is Ra added, and from here the your, and then give Ha. So this is Ya.
So how do we pronounce this? Rio?
It's Ya. We have Ra sound in Nepal Bhasha, but we do not have this Ya sound. But we can write it. We can write it this way. Ya, Ra, and La. And this and La. La. This is La, and then Ya added. It's Ya. It's Ya. Ya, and again Ya. The same way it is written. First you write La, and from here you write Ya, and then give Ha to cover this. And again Ya, and Wo. It doesn't have sound, but it can be written if you want. How would you pronounce this? Yeah. How do you pronounce it?
So Vyo, like in Vyakya.
It's not Ya, it's not Ba, it's Wo.
You have a word in Hindi called Vyakhya. So I think.
Yeah, I know. It's yes, but it is pronounced Bya, right? Ba, not Wa. So if it is Wa, then how do you pronounce Ya, adding Ya? That's why in Hindi, it is whether it is the word from the Sanskrit. So Bya, though written in writing is the Wo, but it is pronounced as Wa. So similarly, Vijay, our friend Vijay is here. So in general, in Nepali, Vijay is written like this, Ba, but actual word is Wa. Vijay. It's Vijay, but what we do is writing is we do write in we like this, but while pronouncing this as Ba, Vijay. But in writing, it is written like this, Vijay, but pronounced as Vijay.
So in Nepalbhasa, it's also like that, like same. Wo becomes bo.
No. In Nepalbhasa, Wo and Ba is totally different because
So like in Hindi.
no. I mean, what in Nepalbhasa, if Ba is pronounced instead of Wo, for the Wo, if Ba is pronounced, it makes the different meaning. So you need to give the Ba as Ba and no Wo as Wo.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can change. But if it is from the other language words, maybe you can use the Wo or the Ba.
Understood.
Just I said, let's say that, as I say, we know that we pronounced what the university in Nepali or in Hindi. How do we pronounce the university for Nepali or Hindi? Vishwavidyalaya, right? We say Vishwavidyalaya, but when in writing, it is actually Vishwavidyalaya. It is Vishwa, but in pronunciation it is Vishwa. In pronunciation it is Vishwa.
So not in Hindi. Hindi itself Vishwa.
Vishwa, that's what I said.
Hindi it's Vishwa Vidyalaya. Va.
Ba.
Va.
It is no. I mean, it is not written like this. Do you write Vishwavidyalaya like this? No.
Sir, you also don't say it like that. You say it va. Vishwa Vidyalaya. Va. Not ba.
Vishwa.
We say va.
Vishwa. But in Nepal it is Vishwavidyalaya.
Yes.
And similarly, this word, okay, we say Vidya in Nepali, but while it is Vidya, it should be. It is in written. It is Vidya, but pronouncing is Vidya. But if we see it in Nepal Lipi or in Nepal Bhasha, the Ba and Wo is not the same sound, and it has also the different meaning when it has the A sound letter or Wa sound letter. That if it is added the A or U or like that, then it gives the different meaning. So let me explain you one word. Okay, let me. So let me explain one word. Okay, I'm writing this in Nepal Lipi. This is Ba. So the only Ba doesn't have the meaning. So let me add Ba, and this is Wo. Of course, we have this meaning Wo, but here I'm to say that this is Wo. Okay, this is Wo. So Ba is the Ba means the something that gives you what I say. I do not know how to say English, but something that holds you, that gives you the you don't know the proper word. Something that holds you, or I mean, when you want to stand and you need a support, of someone. That means you have a Ba. Let's say you are putting a nail at somewhere, and you need a support from the back so that you may not fall. Okay, so that's the Ba. That the support is Ba. Okay? But while this wo means, it has so many meanings, but one meaning is it comes. He usually comes here, kind of thing. So the word, what if you say he comes for ba, then it's completely wrong. Okay. Do you get my? Do you get my point? So what I mean to say is the ba and wo are two different words or two different letters, and it is pronounced in two different ways. And in Nepalbhasa, it is used in two different ways. Not like in Nepali or maybe in other language that ba can be pronounced as wo or wo can be pronounced as ba, but not here in Nepalbhasa. That's what I meant to say. Okay. So after that, wo and yo and ra and la also we did. La also we did. And sha, this is sha, and then it's yo added. And since this is the mo maduga aka, what we do is we give this zani here. This zani here, and sha, and and the sha. So it can be written. So this is the laduga aka, right? This is the laduga aka. So this is the laduga aka. So let me write it in a little small. This is the laduga aka, so that's why you write this first, and then you can write it like this, and then give la. This is cha. Or like I said, it can be written like the Jew, like in the Jew, how you write the ja. So it can be written like this also, like this way also. You can write it in this way also. So this is sha. It has come too long. Okay, this, it can be written in both way. Okay, so cha and triya, the to added ra, tra, and then again this way ra, triya, and kshatriya gya. So gya is like this. The mutufa of gya lies here. So from here we write ya and then give more to this letter. This is how we write. So now, instead of ya, if you are to add ma, if you are to add saw, can you do that now? Do you think you can do it? I hope so. You can do it. Okay. Let me write some of the letters. So this is ka, and if I need to add more here, so from mutufa we add more, and then we give la, ma. This is ka, and this is ma, ma. This is ga, the mutufa from here and the mo. Mo. Okay. So this is how it is written. Okay. So mo. I'm not writing all, so you drew it. So and then mo. And then again, so mo. So then mo. And here also in jaw, you write jaw like this. You write jaw like this. Okay, and from here you write ma, and then give the another line from the copy line, and then cover the ma with the la of jaw. Okay, nazma. When you want to write nazma, okay, nazma, cha cha ja and cha. And here also, first you write ma, and then the Lahamaduga Akha and the sorry, Lahaduga Akha and the Momaduga Akha. So this similar way you add saw here, you can add paw here, you can add caw here, you can add caw here, you can add yaw here. Oh, we have already added yaw. So go caw, caw, chaw here. You can add chaw here. So similar way you can do this.
How to add the?
Ta, which ta? Which
The.
the mo madugu tha, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Mo madugu tha. Okay. So mo madugu tha is the single line letter, right? This is the mo maduga akha. So this is regarded as the single line letter. Okay. So if you want to add any, let's say in cha, you need to add tha. Let's say in cha letter, you need to add tha. There may not be a sound, but so what you do is, here is the mutufa of cha. So what you do is, you just write it like here. You just write it like here. So you have written the Buddha many times. Buddha. Buddha. So this is the letter. So you have been using the Nepal Lipi letter ever since you know how to write the Buddha. The only difference is that this da is written like this, and it has slightly bended towards here, and you write tha here like this. Is it the way you wrote Buddha? You are writing Buddha? This is how you write, right? Okay. So with this we can say that we conclude the China Akha. China Akha means the compound letters of adding yo, adding mo, adding Kha, that means the two lines touching at the mo letter to any ba. Now, I hope that you can do it yourself if you were given the two-line touching smo akha to add to the ba akha, any letter. Can you do that now? I hope so, you can do that. Okay. So the last, the china akha remains is the, okay, that I will tell you tomorrow. Okay, with this, I need to close this today's class, but if you have any questions, please.
So the deer, which one is correct? You wrote two deer. One goes tilted, the other is straight.
This one, this one?
Yes.
No, what I mean is you have been writing this in the word Buddha. Right? You have been writing this kind of Buddha. When you write Buddha, you have been writing like this. What I mean to say is, have a look here. The tha. It is the tha of Nepal Lipi. The only thing is da is written like this in Nepal Lipi and the tha is written like this. So you have been writing the China akha in the Nepali also or in the Hindi also. That is what I mean. So you know this word, right? When you say Vidya, this is da and ya. But in Nepal, people used to say Vidya. It is not dhya, it is dhya. Because this is da. This is da, and the ya is added here. Ya is added here. So when you write Annapurna, you write two letters no in this way. Do you write double no in this way? You never write no like this. I mean double no. So then you will be writing like this, I think. But if you see in some of the printed text or someone writes like this also, like here, like this, double no. You might have seen writing like this then. Have you seen written of this kind of no, double
Yes,
no?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the same rule. It follows the same rule. See, it follows the same rule. I mean, the way we write the Nepal Lipi, it is the same rule. The only thing is that he joins the both no at the same point. Okay, he joins the both no at the same point. That is the only difference. Otherwise, it's all the same. Okay. So any questions? Oh, it's almost 2 hours. Okay. But I'm happy that you never felt tired and you gave true interest to learn this. Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt, not doubt, but I wanted to know how my name will be written.
Okay,
Nandita.
now you can. So it's okay. So you missed those class. Otherwise, you already know how to write this. So now you can write no, right? I'm not going to write no now. Okay, only no and the. So this is no. And in no, you need to add the, right? You need to add the. So when we write nu, the ukar lies here. So this place where we join the ukar, or where we write the ukar, is known as mutupwa. And at the mutupwa of the letter, we join the other letter that is to be joined. Okay, so none, and here we need to join the and none the. This is how you write. And this, the ikar is written like this. Nandita. Okay, ma'am. Jila Meju.
Yes. Thank you.
So you might have written like this before also when you wrote the Nandita, your name in Devanagari. Or how do you write it? This way? Do you usually write this way?
Yes.
Yes.
The beginning no is also there, no?
The beginning. This is also there. I mean, people used to also write this in Devanagari also, but it is actually the way of writing the combined letters in Nepal Lipi. So it is believed that the Devanagari Lipi also were written, the compound letters of Devanagari Lipi were also written in this way in ancient time. I mean, when it was first used. So, but later it came that, so it has so many letters to come to join, especially in the Sanskrit words. That's why then they did in this way. Okay. Anything? Any more questions?
Sir, wouldn't this be pronounced as Nandita? Because this
Nandita, yes. Yes, it's Nandita. Yes, it is Nandita.
Subhas.
Oh, Subha. Okay. So, okay, no, you haven't had your dinner yet, I think. So, sakka beli papiadisa. Sakka beli papiadisa. Balaka chonadisa. Yaunka thandisa. Thonyata Subha jojalapa baba. Subha and Bhicha also. Bhicha. Yaunka thandisa. Baba. Subha. Subha. Baba. Subha. Kumar sir, Subha. Jivan sir, Subha. Baba.